Hey Steve, what's going on? I'm Matt. I'm here with
Victoria, Julie, Leanne,
Taylor, and we're going to be performing some water quality analysis for you today. First things first, got to make sure we're safe and sound here in the lab. We've got our lab glasses on, lab coats, and our lab gloves. We are good to go. First up is Taylor with the pH test.
I'm showing you the pH test today. So first, you want to install the probe into the meter. So first you plug this one in here. And you have to twist this one on here so it's on secure. Alright, so next you want to turn on your probe, turn on your meter. And then the screen will come up. First we want to set up with the buffer solution. So first you press setup once, and then you'll press it again. And then after that, press enter to clear the data that's already in there. And next we'll be doing the pH. So if you click the STD button, then you take the probe cover off and put it into the buffer solution. First I'll be doing 4, pH of 4. So you twist it around and then stop until it gets the reading. And then you press STD again, and then it'll give you the measurement. So next you want to rinse off your probe with distilled water for no contamination. Next you put in the next solution, which I'm going to be doing pH of 7. Put that in, stir up a bit, and let it sit. Oh, first you press STD again, and then you do what I just said. Twist it around and let it sit. And press STD to standardize it. And there you go. Then you rinse it off with distilled water again, so no contamination. And next I'll be doing a pH of 10. So click STD again, and then put it in the solution, mix it up, let it sit for a moment. And click STD again.
Love the STD.
And it should be calibrated. That's what I'm trying to say. So then rinse it off with distilled water again. And then next you go to setup, or not setup. You click mode, and then it'll go back, and then you can test your sample. And if it says auto on the top there, it'll automatically do it, which it does here, so that's what we'll be doing. So put in the sample, stir up, and let it sit. Then I got a pH reading of 10, and it's 19 degrees Celsius.
conductivity in the tap water. So first I gotta make sure that the conductivity meter has the electrode cables are properly attached, as they are, and that there's no physical damage. So first I want to turn on the machine, the on button, and I just wait, and then to select the modes, I want to do conductivity and specific conductance. So to do that, I hold the mode down until it shows microsiemens and the degrees Celsius is flashing, which means specific conductance, which that takes temperature into account and changes the conductivity conductance accordingly. And to just have plain conductivity, I hit it until it has the microsiemens and the 0 Celsius is stable, like it doesn't flash. So right now it is flashing. So this is clean with distilled water that I have right over here. So I see it and I keep moving it, and I drink it like a fish. until the values stabilize. So the value is 481.9 and the temperature is 19.3 Celsius. So now I just,
Which one was that?
that was for a specific conductance. And now I just hit the mode again until the degrees Celsius is not flashing, and I put this in. Wait for the numbers to stabilize. So it's 429.4 microsiemens. So my specific conductance is a better value since it takes temperature into account.
Oxygen test. And first I have our samples that we collected here from the Lindsay tap water. All bottles thoroughly rinsed before they're filled with the sample. First step, I'm going to take magnesium sulfate and add 8 drops. And another 8 drops of the alkaline potassium. Cap it and mix it, and wait for the precipitate to form. I'm just going to allow it to settle to the shoulders of the bottle. Alright, it's settled. Gonna add 1 gram of sulfamic acid. Recap it and wait for everything to dissolve. Now that everything's dissolved, I'm going to fill the titration tube to the 20 mils. The direct reading titrator with sodium thiosulfate. And add it 1 drop at a time until it turns to a faint yellow. going to add 8 drops of the starch indicator. And continue adding this until the solution becomes clear. Alright, I'm going to have to refill this. And continue adding more. Okay, so the solution has become clear, and so we have a reading of 11.6. And I'll take the DO meter, inspect it, make sure everything's good, all the wires are all right. Check the probe, make sure there's nothing obstructing it. I'm going to take a PET bottle of our sample. Calibrate it. Milligrams per liter. Insert the probe and keep it moving. Enter. And now we're going to wait for the numbers to stabilize. Okay, so we have 8.04 milligrams per liter.
I'm going to do the hack spectrophotometer. First off, I have to touch the programming, and it's going to be doing, I'm going to be selecting 265 iron ferrovair, 3 milligrams per liter. And then, yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
What's the wavelength again?
510
10
nanometers.
nanometers. Good job.
That's what that is. Okay. So I'm going to push start. And then I've already recently filled these 2 bottles with 10 milliliters of my sample. So I'm going to add the content of the iron whole packet into one of the containers. It's all in there. And then I'm going to close this one. I'm going to swirl and mix it. Looks pretty mixed. So I'm going to touch the tire icon on here. and it's going to be at 3 minutes. So then I just select start. And now we're going to wait for 3 minutes solid. So now I've already recently filled one of these with my sample, so I have to open this up, wipe off the fingerprints so I can have an accurate reading. Put that in there, close it. Hit 0, and it's going to 0 in, and it says 0. Open this up, take this one out, and then I'm going to put the one that we already put the iron concentration stuff in. Wipe it off, put it in, close it, and I'm going to hit read. And the reading is 0.17 milligrams per liter.
I'll be doing the Lalonde colorimeter test, and today the parameter we're going to be measuring is color. It's a non-reagent test, so it's quite simple. So what we use as our control or our blank is 10 mils here of distilled water. So we got that in here already. Grab a Kim wipe, wipe it down to get any fingerprints off or residues. Put it into our colorimeter here, and we're going to select the test, which I believe is number 28. Select the test. The blank has already been inserted, so we scan the blank. The blank is done. And now we have our tap water sample here. No, you don't, Victoria. Because it's a non-reagent test, Victoria. Yeah. You're just testing me, I know. So we put the sample in here, press enter, and we have a reading of 16 color units.